This project deals with resin. Resin is a chemical reaction and shouldn't be handled by children. Therefore, this video is not geared towards children.
Although it is family friendly, so please enjoy.
Whoa. I knew my channel was dead, but I didn't think it was that dead. Hey guys, it's Lexie here, and happy Halloween! This is weird, I know, I haven't been back for a while. However, I wanted to do a bunch of spooky, cute Halloween customs. They're going to be Furby customs because I like working with big molds.
And sadly, my ghost friend over here, that's not a big mold.
So, hopefully you guys enjoy what's going to happen in this video. And hopefully it'll be out around Halloween.
Need to take care of that.
So what do people like on Halloween? Candy. And what candy do you think of when it's Halloween? Candy corn. So it's no surprise that I like to put candy in Resin Furbies. In fact, most of the Furbies I make include candy, including this Furby that you're about to see for the first time in the spoiler here. So naturally, for my first Halloween resin custom Furby, I wanted to include candy corn. So let's get started. To help in my resin crafting, I bought a scale to help measure out the parts of resin. So here I am pouring out part A. And next we're going to pour out an equal part of part B, so that it's 1 part A to 1 part B. Then you're going to stir it all together. Once we have the resin mixed up, you're going to pour it into the ear cavities of the Furby mold and then put candy corn on top. And then you're going to layer candy corn and resin so that the resin is able to get into all the nooks and crannies easily. You want to layer the candy corn and resin because if you pour the resin on top of the candy corn, once the candy corn is all the way in the mold, the air that's in between all the corns is going to have to rise up as you pour the resin in. So it's just better to do it layer by layer. Candy, resin, candy, resin. Once I've poured all my resin, I like to smush the mold and shake out and tap all the air bubbles out, and then I leave it to cure for a few days. And now that the resin is fully hardened, we can take the Furby out of its mold, and look how cute he is! I went ahead and put a base coat of white down so that we can layer on the colored paints on top wherever I want them to go. And whenever you're trying to paint on resin or plastic toys, figures in general, you're going to want to have a half acrylic, half water acrylic paint mix because it makes it so that there's even layers of color and there's no brush stroke marks, and you just layer those slowly, making sure to have the layers dry over time to build that color up. So for this Halloween Furby, I wanted to build up a glowing eye, almost like a jack-o'-lantern vibe kind of eye color. So I start with a base of orange. And here is the orange buildup of color. It took a few layers, but now we're going to work on the eyelashes, take a break from the eyes a bit, and I'll show you how I do that. You might be wondering why I'm moving on to the eyelashes instead of finishing up the eyes, but because I had to do cleanup with the eyes, I already had white paint out, so I'm just going to go ahead and start painting on the eyebrows and eyelashes for the Furby. I'm still doing the layers of watered down acrylic paints for this, and I'm doing it around the eyes of the Furby so that when I build up enough layers, I'm going to start forming the eyelashes with a toothpick. Now that the eyelashes are dry, we're going to take that toothpick and start forming the eyelashes. I like to kind of draw, if you will, or scrape little triangles into place and just do a zigzag pattern before scraping out the triangles that are going to be the negative space in between each eyelash. Once I have the paint scraped off, I go back with the same toothpick and I have it wet with some water, and I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup wherever the little scrapes of paint were. I found this technique to be very helpful and useful to clean up the little dried on paint bits that I still have on my old Furbies. Sorry for the jumping around and the filming, but I wasn't happy with what I was doing with the eyes, so here's what I did with the beak. I did some yellow and orange dotting on the white beak that I decided to keep white. And I think it turned out adorable. Alright, so back to the eyes. So I put yellow on top of the orange, and it seemed like there wasn't enough buildup for that glowy feel that I was trying to go for. So I did a take two and mixed together the orange and yellow to try to do a more ombre effect to build up that jack-o'-lantern glow that I was looking for. And so here I am replacing the yellow paint with that yellow orange that I made. And up until the end, I wasn't sure if it was a good decision to do this, but once I add in the yellow on top of that, I think that the orange-yellow in-between layer really did help. Once I did a few layers of the yellow-orange color, I was able to break out the yellow paint to put on top, and I think it really popped. It has that jack-o'-lantern glow that I was going for, and I was really happy with all this so far. Now that the yellow paint was all dry, it was time to go onto the eye shines. And normally I try to do something new or fancy with the eye shines in my Furbies and even in my customs overall, but I wanted to stick kind of simple, be kind of basic. Candy corn's kind of a basic Halloween candy, so I just decided to do something simple. And the simple route seems to be really cute on this guy. I mean, look how adorable he is. Now that we're done with all the painting, it's time to seal everything in with some Duraclear matte varnish. It's a watered down mixture, and we're just going to swipe over all the painted surfaces to seal them in so that no chipping happens. time for hair. In the beginning of this project, while I was waiting for the resin to cure, I went ahead and brushed out all these yarn strands to make yarn wefts for the hair for the Furby. Now these aren't exactly yarn wefts, but the concept is still the same. You put some glue all down as a base, you put the yarn on top, and I just slather glue all on just to keep it in place so it can dry on the Furby. And this is probably my favorite part of this custom, because with every custom I do, I try to do at least one thing new, one thing different, and I've never made a Furby mohawk on any of my Resin Furbies before. So I'm like, you know what, this candy boy is going to have a candy corn mohawk, and so it's going to have white, it's going to have orange, it's going to have yellow, and I'm just so excited about how it turned out. It's just really a fun process and really satisfying in the end. And here he is! He is my candy corn boy. He's so adorable. The mohawk turned out great. It might still need a haircut, but overall I am very happy with how this custom turned out. Well, that's it for this Halloween custom for this year. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you like him. His name is Sweet Tooth, and I'm Lexie, and that's all the time we have for now. I hope that you have a great Halloween, and stay safe, guys, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye! I really want candy now.